Sirach chapter 32 and verse 24.
Yes, sir.
He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse.
He shall take what?
Heed to the commandment.
So to take heed mean that you're going to listen. That's what you out here doing, John. You could have kept on going, but you didn't. You said you love the Lord. Your actions is showing that you love the Most High God. Not any God, not this God,
Right,
John. Because this John come with this God right here comes with a whole different spirit. This God right here tells you, like the officer was saying, that you can kill, you can do whatever you want, eat what you want. But this God right here, he tells you a whole different set of rules and standards that's above everybody else. Let's see if you love God. Bring this out.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. You're a man, right, John? I'm not saying that to belittle you, but it's other people that's around, so I want them to get the understanding. So you're a man, I'm a man. Read it from the top.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man means who is above us? Who is above us? So above me would be Christ. Let's read it again from the top.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
It's Christ.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So it's giving you an order. So the head of the man is Christ. The head of the woman is the man. Listen.
And the head of Christ is God.
Is God. So now we got to understand it. It's God, it's Christ, it's the man, and it's the woman. But it's more to it. Let's read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
So we're going to, you said you love God. So these are some things we went to Sirach and said you'll take heed, you'll listen. Read again. Every man what?
Every man praying.
So every man praying. When you're talking to the Most High God, or
prophesying.
What we're doing right now is prophesying, because we're telling you of things that have going to happen and things that have happened in our history.
Right.
So listen, let's get the mindset. We're giving you an order. You said you love God. We've already got it established. It's God, Christ, the man, and the woman. It's an order. So now you got to take heed, because it's something he wants us to do. Read that from every man having.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
If you cover something, that means it's covered. What do you have on your head right now, John, that's covered? Your what? What do you have on your head right now? Your hat. So that's covering your what? Okay, let's read it again. Every man what?
Every man praying or prophesying.
We're prophesying right now, bringing the word forward.
Having his head covered.
So you got your head covered. Let's see. Read.
Dishonoreth his head.
He what?
Dishonoreth his head.
Read.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
So if you got your head covered and it's an order, the Bible says what?
He dishonoreth his head.
So you dishonoring your head. You're dishonoring the order. So you said you love John. You said you love God, John. You stopped in the heat of the day. There you go. Y'all get his brother a hand. This ain't hard. So many people make this hard. Give me that these laws aren't grievous. So many people make this hard. We didn't have to beg you and repeat it 15 minutes. This is what we need. This is what we need, brothers like you, to awake so that you can come be a part of this great nation again. So that you can come and learn again. Bring that out. You know what I want.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is the love of God, John, because you said you love him. You said you love him. So let's see.
That we keep his commandments.
Keep his commandments. We just gave you a commandment, John, about the order. What did you do? You took your head off. So what?
And his commandments are not grievous.
Grievous just means it's not hard. It wasn't hard for you to take that head up, was it? But our people, they stiff-necked. They hard-headed. They don't want to listen. Did you know? Do you recognize this right here? John, have you seen, have you ever heard of this? Do you know what the color of Christ is? Have you ever heard, did they ever tell you that in a Christian church? Or did they say it don't matter? Let's see what the color of Christ is. It's important, John, since you love God and you have a humble spirit, you want to learn, you want to be a doer and not a hearer. Let's see what Christ looked like, because you're going to learn something today, John, that you probably didn't know. You know what I want.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revelation of Jesus Christ. That just means the revealing. It was a revelation. I had a revelation. It was revealed to me. Read.
Which God gave unto him.
Which who gave?
God.
No, it was the man.
God.
It was God. Read.
Gave unto him to show unto his servants.
So he gave unto him, that him is John on the island of Patmos. Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So John is saying that his head and his hairs were white like wool. White in color and wool is the texture. What about this guy right here? Does he have white hair? What about woolly hair? So that's strike one, right? Read.
As white as snow.
As what?
White as snow.
Is this man's hair white? That's blonde. Long, stringy hair. What people on the planet Earth back that up to woolly?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Were white like wool. What people on the planet have woolly hair? Like this brother. What's the only nation that have woolly hair? Black. So-called black. We the only people that have woolly hair. Drop back down to the eyes.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were as a flame of fire because he drank wine in moderation. That means his eyes was red. You know how you drink some wine and they might get red. What color is this guy's eyes, John? I don't know if you can see from here, but on all the Christian churches, on your grandma's Bible at home, he got blonde hair and blue eyes. That's a lot. We reading out of what? What are we reading from?
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
This ain't Reader's Digest. We reading out of the Bible.
That's right.
Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
John, you got some shoes on right now, but isn't your feet the same color as your arms? Isn't your feet the same color as your back? Back it up to his feet.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So this is talking about color, John. His feet as unto fine brass. Do you know what color brass is? It's a derivative of bronze, like a penny. That's what it would be. So now we already got it established that this man, Christ, is a black man. But let's see how black he is, John. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
Burned in a furnace.
John, if you burn some chicken, what color is it going to turn, John? What about some popcorn? Pizza? You ever be grilling something on the grill and you burn it? What color do it turn? It's black like this. He's not just bronze. He's so black. He this black. Just like you and me. And that, why are we bringing this out? Well, it don't really matter what it's color. If you'd have learned that growing up, you would see your brother different. You would see your sister different. But no, what do we see different when we see the so-called other races, the white man? When we see them, we look at them, oh, that's God. You may not say it that way, but subconsciously, that's been beat into you from whenever we came over here on slave ships, John.
Right.
That's why you get into it with your brothers at the club. If he step on your shoe, not you per se, but us as a whole, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we'll get into it and kill a brother, but let a so-called white man bump into you, you're going to beat him up, but you ain't going to kill him. Because subconsciously, this is who you seeing.
Bring it up.
That's who you seeing. So that's what we're trying to wake you up to. What about this, John? You see this man right here with these whelps on his back? This man right here that was beat? This happened in the Bible. This happened in the Bible. A lot of people say, well, this book is a man-made book. This book ain't real. Let's see if it's real, John. Because you said you love God, you took your hat off, you found out about Christ. Let me tell you something else that wasn't brought out in the church. This is stuff that we should know. I didn't know it neither. I had to learn it. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He shall bring you into Egypt again. Remember the officer brought out earlier, we left Egypt. Remember he said we left Egypt, and he was telling you what group of people was those. That was the Israelites, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Egypt then is synonymous with bondage, because when we left Egypt, we were in slavery. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We won't see the land Egypt again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
But this other Egypt, we were going to be sold into our enemies. This will be Egypt because it's synonymous with bondage. What happened when we got off of these ships? Hold that. First, let me show you where the ships is in the Bible. Keep on reading.
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be what?
Sold unto your enemies.
You shall be what?
Sold unto your enemies.
The Bible says in Deuteronomy 28:68 that you will be sold unto your enemies. Read.
For bondmen.
And
bondwomen.
For slave men, slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody's going to be able to get you out of this situation. So the Bible just showed you that we will come over here. How? On what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With a car.
With ships.
On a luxury cruise.
With ships.
What is this picture of? We read about it a little bit in history. The Bible prophesied this before it happened, John.
Right.
It said that we would come over here on cargo slave ships. And it said we will be sold to our what?
Sold unto your enemies.
When the so-called black men in 1619, we got off of these slave ships, we were sold to our enemies. Master Johnson, how much for this man right here? $5, $10, $15, $20, $20. The little girls, the little boys. What race of people was that was buying us, John? So the Bible calls them what?
Your enemies.
It calls them our enemies.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.